and welcome back to Mother Tongue, your eyes, ears, and finger on the pulse for all parents around the world. Let's get going, shall we?
We are so incredibly excited to welcome back Alexandra Gillespie. I've said your surname right?
Yes, you have.
Back to Mother Tongue. How are you, doll?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm okay. How is life? I feel like the last time we spoke, you were actually literally just about to pop. I think you were going in like 3 days later.
Yeah.
And now gorgeous George is, God, what are we coming up to? 6 months? Is that right?
Almost ready to wean. I cannot believe it.
Oh my gosh. Tell me, how have the last 6 months been?
I feel like they've gone by in a flash. Like when I say 6 months, I feel like so much has happened in that time, but it's also gone by like that. It's unbelievable. But they've been good, but also they've been a mum of 3, life with a newborn and 2 older kids that need a lot of attention.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall it has been good. Like George was very much like a planned third baby. I know a lot of people have surprise third babies and things can be maybe not so expected, but I expected the sleepless nights. I expected being pulled in all different directions. And I've loved it. I have, even though I look and feel like a zombie. Like, yeah, he's just a little dream come true.
He's so cute. I'm not gonna lie, he's so cute. And I mean, you don't have any help, do you?
So we have I've kind of given in after 11 years in Dubai. I've finally given in to someone coming in to help clean the house, but I don't do any childcare. Like I don't know why. It's just a thing within me. I'm like, I'm the mum. I'll do it, but I don't have any judgment of anyone else that has help. I admire the ability to be able to hand your child to someone and have time for yourself. Like.
It must be exhausting. And you're working now. I mean, you're doing so much on the side. Like, tell me, how are you doing this? Because I can't.
Oh, you can though. You're smashing it. You're doing amazing.
I know, but I have help. Like, without that, I wouldn't be able to do half the things that I do now. Genuinely, I like thank God for the help and a very, very supportive husband who does pretty much drop off every single day a week. Wow. He does pick up one day a week. I have a really amazing support system in place which allows me to run the agency, do Mother Tongue, and show up for my kids. Tell me, how are you doing it? I'm so impressed.
Thank you. I think I just do everything with him attached to me. I think that's what the difference is. He's just on me all the time. So he's still exclusively breastfeeding around the clock, and I'm really keen to get him weaned. But with weaning, it comes with all the other issues of like, is it a food allergy, or why is he not pooed for 4 days, or like all of those questions. So I'm kind of not ready for that part. So another few weeks, and I'm hoping he'll maybe sleep a bit through the night. But he's just like feeding at the moment through the night. So I'm running on low sleep. John, my husband, he gets up in the morning and he'll usually do snack boxes. So that's such a great help. And if he can, he'll drop the kids off. Otherwise, I'll walk them to school and he'll come along with us, have his morning nap in the pram. And then when I come home, I just do work with him either attached to me or next to me. Or I take him to shoots with me, which is like, it's funny, I knew it was a strange thing to do, but it's got a lot more attention than I thought people were going to like. Yeah, it's a funnier thing to do than I realised people would think, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But it works. Like, he's a good baby and I manage it, and it means that I get to do my creative side of things. So I love that part of it, and I didn't feel ready to give it up yet. So I found a way to make it work, and it works.
Go. Good for you. Good for you. I mean, you go, girl. And right, let's take it back to the beginning, because I feel like we've got a lot of similarity issues with these boys, these hungry boys. First being reflux. Now, I know you've been on a bit of a reflux journey yourself. Can you tell me a little bit more about George's reflux and where you're at with it at the moment?
So, George, in the beginning, I feel like I've got so much to tell you, actually. So, in the very beginning, I don't know if I was just tired or distracted, but when George was feeding, he would get to a point in the feed where he would seem really uncomfortable, and I thought, oh, he doesn't want any more milk. So then I would just pop the dummy in, sugar him, and he would fall asleep, and then he would be hungry again and again and again. So when we went for the 6-week checkup, the doctor said to me, oh, he's just on the cusp of gaining weight. And then she said to me, and you look like you've lost a bit too much weight too quickly, which is like, you're thinking to yourself, oh, this is like amazing. I'm really pleased that it's gone. And then she said, but it's not a good thing. You're not eating enough and he's not eating enough. So what I was doing was just I was forgetting to eat really essentially. And when he was uncomfortable in the feed, he needed a burp and he needed to be fed again, and I wasn't doing it. So he had dropped in weight. So that was like a bit of a stark realization of, oh my God, I actually need to be mindful. I can't just be a mum that just kind of keeps
Yeah.
going. I actually do need to sit down and feed him. I can't just put him on the boob while I'm making dinner. Like you try and do everything, don't you?
Yeah, yeah.
So then I became a bit more mindful of it. I was more aware of what I was eating, and he started to gain weight, which was great. But then he obviously got the hunger, and he just kept going and going and going. So he was just on me all the time, and it shows like his little thunder thighs. It shows,
So cute.
but it's a good thing, right? So his weight went up, and I got back to like the normal trajectory of getting back to yourself after postpartum. Um, and then the reflux kind of kicked in. It was almost like you'll know it, and your reflux baby, feed them, and then all of a sudden they're bringing up more than what they should be in spit up, but they're just constantly upset, like constantly gurney, and then you try and feed them more, and then they bring up more, and it's just this constant battle of what on earth is going on. So we went to the doctor, and he said, "Let's try Nexium."
Who did you see, can I ask?
So originally my doctor was at Genesis, Dr. Dardari, and I really loved her. She was amazing. But just in the typical Dubai, a bit lazy, they don't do direct billing. So I was
Yeah.
like, I need to go find someone direct billing. So we're
Yeah.
down at Mediclinic in Ranches 1 with Dr. Jose.
Okay.
And he's really lovely. So he said, let's try Nexium. So we've tried that, and he's on it now, the full sachet, the 15 ml. And it works. I see a difference in him. I know that a lot of people don't really want to go on medicine, but then if they need medicine, right?
Yeah.
So he's on Nexium every day, and then he was having really explosive poos. Like his nappies were constantly
I've seen these.
bright green, just right up his back every day, and I could not figure out why. So a friend, and this is why I really love this community, an Instagram community. So I popped something on my stories, and I like just kind of laughing about the explosive poos. And then someone said to me, "Have you ever had George checked for a tongue tie?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course I have." Like the doctor at the hospital, the doctor at Genesis, the doctor at Ranches have all said he doesn't have a tongue tie. And they said to me, "My son had a tongue tie and reflux and blah blah blah." Told me the journey, and she said, "Go see Dr. Delphine."
Yeah.
Dr. Delphine is like, yeah, I've never seen her before.
The only one in Dubai who does this, honestly. I'm like, we need more of you.
We need more of you. So Georgia, we finally got an appointment with her. I think it was like a month wait list maybe to see her. So we finally got the appointment. We walked in and I said, "Oh, I'm just here just like as a general checkup." I was there for 10 minutes, and the information that she gave me in 10 minutes, I would have paid 1,000 times for what the appointment cost. It was just gold. Everything that she said, just all of a sudden everything made sense. So then she says to me, so basically, sorry, what was happening was George was feeding so often that he was only ever getting the foremilk of the breast milk, which is really high in lactose, which was then causing what looked to be, can't believe I forgot this part out, a dairy intolerance. So for 4 months, I've been on this dairy-free diet, and I am the chocolate girl. Like in my first pregnancy, I would eat a jar of Nutella, family-sized jar of Nutella, like every 2 days, like with a spoon. Like I swear, I couldn't get enough of it. And then Grace came out, and she was obviously detoxing from sugar overload. The poor baby. And now she is the sugar queen now. And I didn't have those cravings with George. For George, it was just like orange juice and like healthy things, healthier things. So I've been on this dairy-free diet for 4 months, and I went to see Dr. Delphine, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm on a dairy-free diet, blah, blah, blah." And she said, "Did the doctor ever explain to you that the foremilk, or do you know that the foremilk has a lot of lactose in it, which causes green nappies, like because it's so acidic and it like gets everything moving? If that's all he's drinking, that's why his nappies are so vile, basically." And I thought, no, why do I not know this? 3 babies in, and I don't know this. And I guess that just shows why everybody has their own expertise, and that's why she is worth her weight in gold as well. So then she goes, "Let's check George for a tongue tie." And I went, "Oh no, he doesn't have a tongue tie. Like, surely he doesn't. These 3 doctors have told me he doesn't have a tongue tie. She lifts his tongue up and she goes, he has a very obvious tongue tie. And it was like 80% tied. And I just, again, 3 babies in, and I just haven't noticed. The latch seemed to be fine. Like, he was feeding, he was putting on weight. There was no signs of it. And then it just takes for somebody to know what they're looking for to see it.
I know.
So since then, the tongue tie got snipped and it was over within seconds. And his latch is better. He's now feeding and he's getting like the hind milk. So his poos aren't explosive anymore. He seems more settled. I ate chocolate. I ate an Easter egg.
Life is good. Life is good. Just in time for Easter.
I know. It could not be the more perfect time. When I saw your reel of the Easter egg, like, can I please come and do that one with you?
Yes. Only if you create the content. I will feed you. You can create the content. Because I'm literally like, what is this magic, like, equipment that she's using? Because your content just looks so like crisp and clean and beautiful. I'm like, and mine looks like some toddler has like rumbled it together. But I'm like, that's all right. Cool.
That's so not true. Oh my God. But thank you. That was really kind. I'm trying, like, it's so nice to hear that it's been noticed because I'm trying so hard to like hone in on my skills.
You are doing your use of light in particular. I think is beautiful.
Thank you.
But Dr. Delphine, this is like we had the same. I mean, every single one of my kids has had a tongue tie, and this time I was like, from the beginning, I was like, right, tell me, do we have a tongue tie? No tongue tie, no tongue tie, no tongue tie. Went to see Dr. Delphine. She's like, massive tongue tie. I was like, sure.
How bizarre, isn't it wild? Sorry,
It's absolutely wild. George, do you want to talk? I'm sorry Rocco's not here to chat to you, honey.
Little friends.
But reflux is such a weird one, and I feel like I don't think I'm going to ever solve the riddle of our current reflux, because he definitely has a cow milk protein allergy, which was the same as my first child, my eldest boy. Definite, and it's coming out like he's now kind of like covered in dry skin. He sounds like he constantly has a cold, like it's all like behind his nose, like so mucusy. But the moment I put him on this hydrolyzed specialized formula, his reflex gets so much worse because it's so thin. He's got this like weird flap in his throat, something or other.
I know that term. Yeah.
And he can't tolerate anything that's super thin. Right. So it's kind of like this chicken and egg situation, and I'm like, I just need to wean you, honey, and pray that some sweet potato is what he is missing in his life.
The same. I'm like, will something heavy in your tummy stop it all from coming back up?
Yeah.
Are we going to be bright orange? Are we going to be walking about covered in orange?
Probably, but I'm kind of okay with that. But I just think for him, it's more, it's such a mix of things. But I just think that having something that's not milk, but that's also heavy, might just change him. So we're going to wean him in 2 weeks. We're going to wean him 17 weeks on the nose. And I've weaned all my kids at 4 months. So I kind of am quite confident in that.
Why did I not know this? I'm waiting another 2 weeks until he's 6 months.
No, you can go, if he's holding his head up, which he is.
Absolutely.
And he's...
Sit up. Sorry.
No. Look, there is... So... The World Health Organization, now I believe this is true, I'm no expert, but the World Health Organization say 6 months because in countries where the water isn't as clean and everything else, kids are they're able to handle more bacteria when they get to 6 months as opposed to 4 months. Okay. But if you speak to weaning experts in England, for example, they all say if your kid is, big boys, or big kids, sorry, I shouldn't say boys, but we both have boys, so I'm saying boys. But if they can hold their own head up and, they're sitting in, like Rocco can sit in a high chair, for example. He's not like straight backed, but he can sit and hold his own head up. Like he's pretty strong. And also he's not being satisfied by his milk. So he is currently on 5 bottles a day. Each bottle is 240 ml.
Wow.
Alex.
Oh my God.
I mean, I can't put any more in that bottle. It's full to the brim and he's still hungry. He's still hungry. I'm like, I want to just wean you now because there's no satisfying him. He is a little chunk.
That's the same as him. So maybe I could look at doing it sooner then.
Get the sweet potato out, hun.
Yeah.
Get the sweet potato out. Honestly, do it. He's ready.
I need to try him in the, the trip trap. I've got the same newborns. game changer. Well, I don't know why I never had that for the other.
No, it's great.
Unbelievable. I need to change that to the baby seat then, like not the baby seat, the high chair seat.
I've already done it.
Oh,
He
hi.
won't. He won't sit in the trip trap anymore, and it's also the whole thing like weighs down because he's so heavy.
Yes, yeah. I put George in it, and I'm like, oh my god, please no one touch that in case.
Yeah, don't break it. But no, it's the reflux thing. It's just the gift that keeps on giving, and it's really annoys me that I haven't been able to like get to the bottom of it.
I know, but maybe weaning is the bottom of it. Like this is what
Maybe,
I'm thinking too. That
maybe. And I mean, I've looked at Nexium so many times, but I don't think it's going to fix the cow milk protein allergy. I
no.
don't think it's going to resolve the problem. So I'm like, just wait it out, just wait it out.
Go
But he's
here.
also a nightmare in the car because the reflex gets so bad when he's like this.
I know, and you can't imagine that pain of like not being able to shift it. It's so
No.
hard for them, isn't like it's hard for us, but then you think, what are you going through that makes it so hard for you?
Yeah, I know. And I remember, so tell me, I remember at the beginning when you first came home, you said that George had, did he have some mucus on his chest post-birth?
Yes. Okay. So, oh gosh, I feel like I've told you this, but I've not. I haven't actually. We've not spoken about it. So we went in for the section. Have I told you the story of the section yet?
No, tell me everything.
Okay. So we go for the C-section on the 5th of November. We picked the date because my husband can't remember any dates ever. And I said to him, you must remember the 5th of November, like remember 5th of November. So we pick that date, we go in. We're at Parkview Hospital, which is beautiful. The girls were delivered at City Hospital. But Parkview's only got one theatre, which I didn't know. So we go in for our section at 11 o'clock. I had to fight for that time because I wanted to do school drop off that morning.
Yes, I don't blame you.
Yes, I wanted to go. I wanted the girls to be none the wiser. I would go in, have the section, all would be great. John would pick them up at pickup time. They would come meet the baby, and I would have 3 days in hospital with this tiny little newborn all by myself. Then we go to the waiting area for the section, and all you hear is all these alarms going in the hallway. And I sort of looked at John, and he looked at me. And the doctor came in and said, I'm really sorry, there's an emergency that's just gone in, so we have to wait. And I said, like, it's annoying that you have to wait, but thank God that we're not the emergency. Like,
Yeah.
that's all I'm grateful for. I don't care how long it takes. So the baby was fine, like minutes later, and it's unbelievable when you hear stories of people that say, oh, we got the baby out in like 30 seconds. From the moment I heard those doors open to the moment you hear the baby screaming, it felt like 30 seconds. It was so fast. Like, the team were incredible. Whatever was wrong, we never found out, but they were healthy, thank God. So then we finally get in maybe like 3 hours later. So John and I are like, we didn't even take like a pack of cards. I feel like that we should have taken like something to play Snap or I don't know, anything. So we get in, and the section preparation starts with the epidural. The epidural was my scariest part of the whole
Yeah.
thing for me. Like,
Oh,
it's just such a terrible feeling. And with Olivia, it took the doctor 3 attempts to do it. So I had this PTSD of like, that gonna happen again.
oh my God, and having to wait 3 hours to do that is just painful.
It's horrible. But the doctor was amazing. He got it in first time. But I was so nervous. Maybe just like from waiting or just excitement or whatever. But it just didn't work. Like, it just took so long to work. Hello. So I'm lying there on the table, and they keep like poking my belly, like, can you feel it? Yes. Can you feel it now? Like, and minutes are passing that feel like hours. And the doctor said, oh, we're going to need to tilt you. So apparently it gets like the blood flowing like through whatever to get the medicine to work. So I'm lying there like this, like my head down here, my feet up in the air to try and get my body numb, and it worked. So then the section starts, and the doctor is amazing, Dr. Dima. I absolutely love her. She says to John, do you want us to drop the curtain? And sorry.
Don't worry.
So we dropped the curtain, and I got to see George coming out, which was amazing. Like, he just looked like this. They all look like funny little aliens, don't they, when they come out? But like, I watched the whole thing, which was incredible, because we'd done it with Olivia, but it happened so quickly that I couldn't remember it. So this time in my head, I'm like, must remember. And they whip him off over to the table to do his quick checks, and he doesn't cry. And I was like, I was lying there, and I was thinking to myself, because you can't do anything, you're essentially strapped to a table, but I could move my arms. And I kept looking at John and he wouldn't look at me. And then I thought, okay, something's not okay here.
Oh God.
So then it was the midwife was doing like the checks, but then the pediatric doctor came in, hungry, sorry. And he starts like shaking George's tummy, and they're watching him, and then they're watching the numbers, but they're not speaking to us. Sorry, let me get one.
Don't worry.
There, he's on the boob. So you want them to talk to you, but you also know that they need to do their job, right? So they need to be able to like not be distracted. So I kept looking at John and I kept saying, "Is he okay? Is he okay?" And then George started to make these little squeaks, and the doctor went, "Yep, okay, he's fine. His oxygen stabilized, whatever." So they give him to me and they put him on my chest. And the midwife is sort of hanging over the top of me, and she's got like the mask on, but her eyebrows are doing this. And George is a bit, if he had been my first baby, I wouldn't have known any different, but he was lying on me, but he was really sleepy. Like he started to just kind of, not go limp. He wasn't limp as in like lifeless, but he just wasn't as active as what I remember the girls being when they were. And I said to the nurse, "Can I feed him?" And she said no, and she just whipped him right off my chest, and they went straight out the door. And I laugh at this part because it's just so John. The nurse is saying to me, "Daddy, you have to come with me, like, come with me to the NICU." I didn't know that's where they were going at the time. "You have to come with me." And John turns around and he goes, no, it's fine, just keep him here, just let her feed him. The nurse was like, "You have to move now." So they go out the room, and in my head, they're just out. She said something about keeping him upright because of mucus or something. So in my head, they were just waiting in the recovery room. I would get stitched up, and then I would go through there, and they would be sitting in the recovery room waiting for me there. And then after, you haven't had C-section, have you? So
Yeah, I have with my first, yeah.
So you know that point of the section where the baby's out and you're getting stitched up, and all of a sudden you feel a bit sleepy and a bit like your body feels kind of floaty. It's just,
Yeah.
So I was going through that part, and the doctor said to me, "If you feel tired, just close your eyes. Like you'll wake back up in a couple of minutes. It's just like all the medicine." So I started to feel like that, and I thought, okay, I'll close my eyes because I know everything's okay. And then Dr. Dima leans over the curtain and she said, "He's doing really well in the NICU." And I went, "What?" Like that, and my neck jerked up and no other part of my body could move. And then I started to cry and I started to get a bit panicky, and she's trying to sew me up and my body's like hyperventilating, and she said, "You're going to need to stay still, or they would put me to sleep if I didn't calm down, basically." So I didn't know he was in the NICU at this point, so it was all very traumatic. And from that moment, I think I cried from that moment till about 7 hours later. I just couldn't stop crying. I think probably with the fear of what was going to happen, because we didn't know at that point what was going on. So then I got rolled into the recovery room, and John came to see me first, and he said he's fine. Like, he's fine. It's just something to do with his breathing. They don't know what it is yet. They think it's transitional. So basically, when he got yanked out of my tummy, probably chilling out in there, sucking his thumb, like enjoying life, and he's probably just went like that.
Yeah.
And he's inhaled some fluid. So they didn't know whether it was transitional like that he couldn't cough it up, or if it was like actually a problem with like what Rocco has, like something that he actually physically didn't have the ability to do, a physical problem. So he was in the NICU for 37 hours.
Oh my gosh, a long time.
Long time and it's not in comparison to other I don't know.
No, but it is when you're not expecting there to be an issue, and then you're not with your baby for the first 37 hours of their life.
It's and that's what it felt like. I felt so robbed of it. And then people, like the nurses, would come in to the recovery room, and I said to John, I had this weird fear. Did you ever watch Coronation Street?
No.
In Coronation Street, way back, I was maybe about 12 or 13. Babies got mixed up in the hospital, and someone took the wrong baby home, like from like the intensive care unit. So in my head, I was like, John, you must stay with him. Like, do not leave his side. But also, I didn't want him to be alone, even though he was like in an incubator or like whatever.
Yeah.
I just didn't want him to not have someone there. I would rather me be alone than him be alone. So I'm in the recovery room, and the nurses are coming in, and they're trying to collect colostrum, and they're trying to like tell me that everything's okay, and I just can't stop crying. I just lay there and I just wept for the whole time. Like, you feel like you're lying there being milked like a cow for the colostrum, which is a good thing to be able to do. And also, I did harvest it before
Yeah.
going, which I never did with the girls before. So it's funny how like your instincts sort of kick in some ways. I feel like I'm being a really bad storyteller, sorry.
No, I think you're being a great storyteller. Bless him.
He's just a bit tired now.
Yeah.
So what happened next? I wasn't allowed into the NICU, so this is probably why like I was so upset and couldn't stop crying, is because I wasn't allowed into the NICU until all of the feeling came back. So that's like a good 7 hours that you have to lie in the bed for. And John, bless him, he was like pleading with the doctor to let me get in, and the doctor said to him, the NICU's for sick babies, not for sick mums. Like, if she comes in here and she hemorrhages, we can't deal with that. Like, well, they could deal with it, but that's not their responsibility.
No.
Their responsibility is getting sick babies better. So I understood it, but I also really wanted to go in. And it's funny because the things that I feared the most about the section were the epidural and the walk out of bed after the first time you have to get up and go for the toilet and the shower and whatever. I tell you, like, as soon as they came in and told me to get out of bed, I ran. Like, I leapt as fast as I could to get to that NICU as quickly as I possibly could. And I think the fear that I had, probably, which made me cry the most, was that I wasn't going to have that connection with them. Like, I was so scared that I'd missed out on that time of, you know, that initial bond that you get.
Yeah.
First time you see them, when you're holding them and you get this rush of love. And I did get that, like, when he first lay on me, but I was so concerned about his well-being at that point, I didn't feel like I was mindful of it.
Yeah.
So in the time that I was recovering, John was sending me pictures of George, and I said to him, I feel like I'm looking at someone else's baby. This doesn't feel like my baby. I know he's mine, but I don't feel like he is. And then I got into the NICU and I sat down next to him, and I have a picture of it I'll share with you, because you can see like the pure emotion in my face when I'm looking at George of like, oh my God, you are mine, like you're my little baby. And that felt amazing to have that again, like to have that for the first time and not be so worried about it. So from then on, we got to visit him for the first... We had to leave him there was 2 hours that they had to do a handover that no parents were allowed in. And I slept in that time, and then we went back into the NICU, and then I got to feed him, which was amazing because I didn't get that for the first maybe 3 visits, and then on the next one I got to feed him. And then because I fed him and he kept it down and he was able to breathe while he was feeding,
Okay.
they gave us the all clear to take him back to the room, like on the next handover, which was amazing. So we got our 2 days in the hospital of this tiny little newborn bubble, and then we were home to the chaos.
Home to the chaos. And how were those first few weeks?
Oh, I mean, well, 5 days later was Olivia's birthday, and the mum guilt had like, well, not 5 days later, 3 days after 2 days after hospital, I was at a birthday. I was planning a 5-year-old birthday party, and I was
Oh my God.
I was at the salon, dressed head to toe in this white dress with a nappy on up to my armpits, and like a nappy and then a pad and another nappy just in case. But we did Olivia's birthday and she didn't miss out. I was so worried about her missing out on her birthday because he had been born and because of everything that had happened. So I wanted to make a really big deal about it. So we did. And then after that, I stayed in my pajamas for probably a good part of 2 solid weeks. I didn't do school drop-off. We didn't really go out anywhere. It was amazing. John did all of that. He took some time off work. And then on the 3rd week, I got dressed and I did pick up and drop off, and life was back to normal.
Yeah, it's nice. I did that this time around. It was so nice to literally just do nothing. I sat in my pajamas and watched so much TV and just did not leave the house.
Yeah.
And I think I did it for longer than 2 weeks. We were actually in hospital at 2 weeks. He got a fever and he was in hospital overnight, and I pulled an all-nighter, which pulling an all-nighter without alcohol is not advisable ever. It was so bad, and it set me back so much in terms of like sleep. You're already sleep deprived, and then you lose a whole night, and I was literally like, and you forget like I love the newborn phase, but you just forget the worry of the newborn phase and how horrible that worry is. Like I wish you could have this whole newborn phase, but there was no such thing as sickness and
I know.
reflux and
Oh, I know.
breathing. Because again, that the mucus, when they're coughing up the mucus those first few days, fuck, it's terrifying.
It's
It is
terrifying.
so terrifying. And I forget every time, every baby, I'm like, oh my God.
Is this? Yeah, I get
It's
it.
just
I get it.
horrendous.
But
Absolutely
to actually
horrendous.
get a fever at 2 weeks, that's terrifying because they can decline so quickly. That's the scary part about newborns, isn't it? Like, and
Yeah,
especially when you've got two older kids that are bringing all of these germs home and all they want to do is
that's what
hug
I mean.
baby, hug baby. Like, oh, it's so hard.
It was terrifying. And we had Isla in hospital at 5 weeks with RSV when she was little. And I thought that was pretty bad. And it was bad. Actually, probably Isla was way worse because it was 10 days of just pure torture and her being so unwell and so sleepy. She was like basically never awake. And I just remember thinking, is this okay? And you tell yourself, I remember thinking, she needs sleep. She needs sleep. It's good. She's resting. She's resting. And I don't think I really understand how unwell she was until we went to hospital in
Yeah.
England, which again, I was like, that, and how quickly they whizzed her through A&E. I was like, fuck, this is
This
quite
must be
serious.
bad. Yeah, definitely.
But Rocco, luckily, he bounced back so quickly.
Poor
He
Rocco.
got a fever and we came out the other side quite fast, but it was a virus that we all got. It took us all down. So it was just like waiting for the inevitable to happen. And I was just like, if I keep feeding him breast milk, he'll be okay. And
No.
no, but it's these little ones. They're such super spreaders. I mean,
I
my
know.
daughter just catches everything and brings it home. And I'm just like, why?
Do you know, I've got a friend, Hannah from the Mum Folk. I'm sure she won't mind me saying this because she's put it on her story already. But her little one, Emerson, has been so poorly. They advised her to keep her older child out of school for a term just to let him to let Emerson's immune system build itself back up. It's so hard, isn't it? I think because Dubai's such a melting pot of viruses, everybody goes away and it's lovely, and then they all come back with
Yeah,
viruses from all over the world, and
yeah,
then they mutate into these lovely super viruses that we all
I
get.
know. It's wild.
It
It's
is.
wild. And I do think this winter has been particularly bad. I don't remember ever having a winter like this. Maybe because we've got newborns, but it
Yeah.
seems like everyone has been sick. I had influenza A like a month before I had Rocco as well. So at least in some way I was like, well, we've had it now. He'll
Yeah,
have
you've got
immunity. I'll have immunity. We won't be getting that again. But yeah, it's just been the gift that keeps on giving, all these viruses. I'm just like, when will it stop? I mean, we've got air purifiers in every single room in the house now.
same. That's so funny.
It's
The air quality
brilliant.
has been poorly though, hasn't it? It's been
I
really
know.
bad
It's
this
wild. It's wild. Anyway, obviously, last episode we did together, we talked a lot about products. Now, I wanted to ask you about products that you're loving this time. Now he's here. Now he's with us. What products have literally been like your go-tos? What have been your game changers? What can't you live without?
So can't live without the sound machine. We've got the Hush. Is it Hush Baby one?
I have this. Yeah, the yoga.
Yes.
Oh, I can't remember what it's called, but it's the best one. Hushabye Yoga Sleep, exactly. The Hushabye Yoga Sleep sound
It goes
machine.
everywhere with us. I have one on the cot that's still next to me in the bed. I have one that I take out on the with the baby carrier as well. Baby carrier. I've got the bump suit armadillo, and I absolutely love it, and I wear it. It's where George has his best naps. Is the baby carrier.
How is your back, by the way?
Crooked. I look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. I need a really good, like, when you need a massage, but you need like a sports massage, like something to get the knots out.
Yeah.
We have ended up co-sleeping as well, which I didn't plan on doing, and I've never done it before. Just because he feeds so much, I actually fall asleep while he's feeding, which I know it's not the safety aspect of it and things like it is. I can make sure that he is safe. But I'm now sleeping like that, so
Yeah.
that he's like down here. I've never had pain up here. Sorry, George.
Oh, Georgie.
Sorry. I'm popping back on the
Yeah,
book.
yeah, yeah. Take your time. Someone's messaging me about a bloody delivery, and I'm just
Oh
like,
no, sort it out.
okay, great. I mean, God.
Oh gosh, you're not in the house anymore. I'm forgetting that you're not in the house.
No, exactly. I'm not in the house. We've just moved, and it's just been non-bloody stop.
You are super mum.
It's driving me absolutely mad. Right,
Sorry,
fine.
products. Okay, so Bump Soup Baby Carrier, the armadillo one. I absolutely love it. I love that it doesn't have too many clips. So I have one that I've got in the car, a stocky one, which is
Yeah.
it's a nice one, but there are probably about 7 clips on either side, and I don't love it. This one has 2 clips, or 3. The one that goes around your waist, and then one that goes around this side, and one that goes around that side, and that's it. I can put it on one-handed. It's so easy, and George is in it
Amazing.
a lot of the time. What else do I love? The Doomoo. Doomoo, is that how you say it?
Yeah.
The feeding pillow.
Yeah.
Never had one of them before. It's like a little bean bag that just hangs around me all the time during night feeds. The stroller, I've still got the Jules Air. I got the bassinet part, and I really love that as well because it all folds. I can do that one-handed. Like, I feel like a superhuman.
Yeah, it's what you need though. It's what you
Yeah,
need.
you just-
Anything that's one-handed.
Anything that's one-handed.
I love the pillow that you've also got in his stroller. So he goes on his tummy and looks out.
Yeah, that's such a nice one. It's a baby nest. I actually got given that from a friend. I think it's an Australian brand, but I can send you the details of that one. But it's basically like a sleepy head, but for inside the pram, and it's amazing because it just keeps them nice and snug. Like, it definitely means there's less space in the bassinet for him to stretch out, but he's supported, and
I love it.
with the reflux, you can't lie them flat anyway. Like, I've never had a lie flat.
I know, it's absolutely wild, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm just kind of hoping we're getting to that. He's started rolling now, and I'm like, maybe he'll be a front sleeper. All my other kids were front sleepers, and I'm like, refluxy babies, they much prefer it anyway. So I'm in this weird phase where I feel so sad that he's not a newborn and we don't have those long, when they sleep on you all the time, and they don't, like, he's a weird one. My other children really loved cuddles, but as he gets older, he really likes his personal space.
Ah, that's not a bad thing.
No, but I'm like mourning for that kind of like real newborn period. But then at the same time, I'm like, God, I'm really ready for him to be able to sleep on his front and do all these other things that would just make me less anxious about
Yes.
his safety, I guess.
Yeah. I totally get it. I know when they're just that bit bigger and they can, push their head off of the pillow if they need, or the
Yeah,
if they need to.
exactly. He also loves to sleep with a swaddle, like basically like on his face like this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, don't smother yourself. Just don't do it. And the bigger the swaddle, the more he likes it. Like, we've got this Bow Desert one, and he literally like covers his face and like all snuggles into it. I'm like, hon, what are you doing to me? Like, stop it.
Bow Desert zip up sleep suits. They have a game changer. Like, I don't know how I lived without zip sleep suits ever before.
No, they're great.
They're
They're zippy anything. I just everything with the zip has been great. And actually, a couple of products that I have recently found that I'm absolutely obsessed with. One is the nebulizer, the portable nebulizer, game changer. Amazon, love it. The other is this. So I've recently got myself the Baby Brezza Washer Pro. Now, obviously, you're not bottle feeding, so probably not one for you yet.
But this is the reason why I don't like bottle feeding.
Yeah.
Washing things.
Exactly. I was washing them, then you sterilize them, and they come out of the sterilizer, they're soaking wet, they're dripping everywhere, there's water everywhere, you've got to clean the sterilizer, all this stuff, which, I mean, look, it's not the end of the world, but when you're doing it the amount of times I'm doing it, I'm like, fuck, just make it be over. This, you literally finish the bottle, you put it in, it's like a mini dishwasher. You put everything in, it washes it, it dries it, and sterilizes it, so the bottles come out and they are just pristine.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
Oh my God, game changer.
It is such a game changer. They're quite pricey, I'm not going to lie, but for ease, for convenience, I mean, I don't care.
Break it down for girl math into the uses, like the cost per use, and I bet you it costs nothing. It'll cost less than your coffee.
Is that exactly? I love this. Because that's the thing. It's just, otherwise it just takes so long. So this has been a massive game changer for me. And another thing that I've loved this, well, I love and I hate them. Love and I hate them, is the dummies. I've never had a kid who's taken a dummy before, ever in my life. Like, they've all refused the dummy. Rocco loves the dummy, but
when it falls out.
Oh my God, all night long. And he's just moved into his big boy cot, and I'm literally like, he's got no suction. I think because he had the tongue tie for quite a long time, he can't hold anything in his mouth properly. And I'm literally like, I can't it soothes his reflux on one hand so much that I'm like, I can't really get rid of it. But then on the other side, I just am a dummy runner. And I always used to take the piss out of people who were those mugs who get up in the middle of the night and put the dummy back in their baby's mouth. And I'm like, what an idiot. Just get rid of the bloody dummy.
I've got a game.
And now I'm that person.
You're that person. Right. So here is what you do. When Rocco's awake and he's doing tummy time, put all of the dummies that you have in the house around him on his playmat and get him to find the dummy. Like, help him find the dummy when he's awake, because then it becomes muscle memory. So when he's asleep, he'll reach his hand out and then he'll go for it. Or with George, what I do is I get him to like hold the dummy. I'm sorry, I know you're sleepy, but I get him to hold it and I take his hand all the way down so that he knows the dummy's on the end of this. And then when he's asleep, he does this and he feels it and he knows at the bottom of it, the dummy's there. He's not doing it yet, but the more that you do it, so this is what I did with the girls. And then when you go to bed at night, I know you're not supposed to have bumpers on the cot, but you now have like the breathable ones that are like, if you can, put it around the cot and just put all of the dummies in the cot at night time, like all of them. He'll wake up with them imprinted on his face and he'll wake up with them everywhere, but he'll be able to find the dummy by himself.
And is he finding a dummy yet?
Kind of like that. So he's got it, but he's got it the wrong way around. So like he knows the dummy's there and he knows it should go in his mouth, but he's holding the wrong side of it. I'm sorry.
Oh, Georgie Porge. See, I'm just, part of me is just like, I'm just going to get rid of it because I just don't know. I just don't know if I can. I mean, we're 2 months behind you. Just remember that. So this is 2 months of teaching him how to find the dummy. I'm not sure I've got it in me.
Well, if you wean him and the reflex goes, then what's the need for the dummy? That's the thing.
This is the thing. This is what I'm praying. 2 weeks, 2 weeks. I'm actually going to try and talk to someone I know today who is an expert in this field and just be like, do I have to wait or can I just give him some sweet potato tomorrow?
Oh, bless. I need this expert's number. I need someone to say to me, yes, he can do it.
Oh my God, you can. I'm no expert, but I'm telling you, you are fine. You are 100% fine.
Okay,
he will not have an issue.
No. Oh my. That's very exciting, but also very terrifying.
I kind of like it. I was thinking about this the other day. I'm actually really excited about the weaning process.
Yeah.
I haven't, obviously it's been a really long time since I weaned a child, but I'm getting all my Biaba stuff out again, getting the steamer blender or like the tiny baby spoons, like the Boone sucky thing that I just used to fill with like strawberries and stuff. And I'm excited.
I'm so unprepared. I don't have any of these things. I have a spoon and a bowl.
That's all you need, to be fair.
True.
You don't really need anything else.
These nice things. I want the Biaba steamer this time. That's something I need to look at getting. And
They've got a new one called the Neo, and it looks amazing. It does a myriad of steaming, blending, lots of different things. It's like the next one up. I need to actually do some research.
What's that thing that everybody keeps getting for the
a Thermomix.
Like a Thermomix for a baby.
It's like a mini Thermomix for your baby.
Oh, well, I can't afford a Thermomix, so I will get that.
Get that. And then I actually also think the Biaba, they have these really long spoons that long and they've got a tiny little bit for their tiny little mouths.
Yeah.
And they're really good. They're really good. I've used them for all my kids. And also their glass pots, their storage glass pots that are like with this unbreakable glass, which I also love.
Okay, that's next on my list then.
Oh, yeah.
My goodness, that was my hair.
I'm just trying to think what other products that I've absolutely loved this time round, and what we've used a lot of. I mean, the Rocket Rocker is just like a game changer for me.
Game changer, yes. Oh my God, I can't believe I ever lived without that.
No.
It's the only way George will really sleep in the pram.
It's so good. I've loved that. And what else? I mean, we've had a great next to me cot, the Snooze 4. I have really loved that, but now he's out of it. And actually, and I know you have one of these, the Nanit camera.
Oh, but do you know what? See, because George is sleeping next to me, the Nanit doesn't pick up his things anymore through the night. It's like, it's not watching us. It sort of switches off once I pick him up out of the cot. Then I don't get to see how many times he woke me up. There must be a setting that I need to change on it, and I haven't done it.
I just love it. I do love it. That is, my favorite thing. The same thing that I've had through every single child has been this Nanit, and I just adore it. Absolutely adore it. And then, so what's next for you, doll? What's next? What have you got coming up on the horizon? Are you going to travel with 3 anytime soon?
I am. I will be traveling. We're going back to Scotland when school breaks up. And John is going to come back for 2 weeks, and then I'm going to fly solo with the 3 of them.
I'm sorry. Why? Why?
I have no one else to do it with me. Maybe this is why I just do, like, in my head, I'm like, okay, well, no one else will do it with me, so I just have to keep doing it.
How old are the girls?
Grace is 6 and Olivia is 4, so they're very self-sufficient. Like the airport has always been a nightmare for us. They don't like to walk anywhere. I don't know if that's a Dubai kid thing or not, but they love the buggies in the airport. You know, like the McLaren red buggies. They always fight over them.
Great.
But now that I have George in the pram, they're going to just have to walk, and they're going to just have to get through it. The flight itself might be a bit tricky because we took the iPads away, so we no longer, the iPads were lost in Thailand, so we're now going to need to get through the flight with 2 kids with no iPads and George, who will probably be at that stage of not wanting to be put down. Hello, I see you. I see you.
Oh my gosh, you are brave. You're a braver woman than me. We've still got, so my smallest, she will be 3 next month.
Yeah.
And she is not. She's not one that sits still. She wouldn't sit through a flight
Yeah.
without antagonizing everybody around her.
Yeah, that is hard.
her
I've
brother.
got a couple of years on the kids for you, like, yeah, a couple of years and you'll be fine. They'll sit and they'll watch TV. I'll just deprive them of all movies and all TV for like the days before the flight.
Do that.
And then
Do
when they're
that.
on the flight, I'll be like, look, they have television. Watch whatever you want for 7
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. For 7 hours non-stop.
I'll give
Yeah,
you all
no,
the sex that I can.
we probably need to do a practice run. I'm thinking we might go to Muscat or something next month to like test out the baby and 2 children on a plane and see how that goes. And then actually we're going to go to Disneyland.
Stop.
I haven't told anyone this yet. We're going to Disneyland.
Which one?
Paris, not
Oh,
Orlando.
exciting.
Fuck, I'm not that brave, hun. I'm not going to America with 3 kids.
Well,
No.
We're going to Hong Kong Disneyland. We're doing that. So we're doing Scotland for 4 weeks, then we'll be back here for a week, and then we go to Thailand via Hong Kong for 4 days to do Disneyland there. I'm very excited.
So jealous. Okay, so we're going to swap stories because Hong Kong has Frozen Land and I need to go to Frozen Land. Well, Isla needs to go to Frozen Land.
Yes, I know. And you know, Grace is at that age just now where she's at the cusp, but she's had a bit of trouble at school, which is like a whole other thing. But at 6 years old, she was told that unicorns aren't cool, princesses aren't cool, and Elsa's for babies, and blah, blah, blah. And I so want to preserve her innocence. Like, I really, really need her to believe for just like another Christmas and another one of the holidays. Like, I need her to still have that innocence.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so John and I were talking about it, and he was like, well, why don't we just do Disneyland now? Like, let's do it. They're at a great age. George will probably still be in a carrier. He won't be walking by then. So we're going all in.
Yeah, I don't blame you. We're doing the same.
Good trainers.
Yeah.
One trainer. Well, I do have 1 pair of trainers, but I need a
Yeah.
good.
Get some good trainers. And I mean, so you're going at like August time to Hong Kong? Hong Kong.
It's going to be terrible weather, apparently.
No, it won't. It won't be. I've been in August before. It's all right. You'll be fine. It's a bit humid, but it's nothing like here. Like, you'll be absolutely fine.
Okay.
We're going to Paris in June. So I will share Disney tips and hacks
Yes.
for your trip in August. And then you'll have to tell me what it's like because then maybe I'll take the kids
Yes.
for half term or something.
Amazing. I know. Imagine like how lucky are we that we just get to be like, yeah, I'm going to go to Hong Kong.
You're going to go to Hong Kong.
So
Yeah, I love this. I love this. I'm so excited for you. Well, doll, I'm going to let you take that gorgeous little boy for a sleep. I'm going to ask, before we say goodbye, for one tip, because we talked a lot about products, but if someone who is pregnant with their 3rd child is about to listen to this, what would the one tip be to leave them with?
Oh, that's a really tricky one. I guess it would be for the early postpartum stage for me, like, do nothing. Be in your pajamas, take all the help that you can get, like, let your husband do things or fly someone over if you don't have a helper here. Like, stay in your pajamas and enjoy the newborn phase as much as you possibly can because it goes by so quickly. And you know that it goes by quickly, but it still goes by quickly even when you're mindful of it.
Yeah.
What would yours be?
God, what would mine be? I mean, this is a great one. I really wanted to stay in my pajamas and do nothing this time, and I really, really fought to kind of do that and fight my inner workaholic. I think also what I would say is it's physically impossible to be able to do everything all at the same time, all day, every single day. So just relent to the fact that it's not all possible.
Yeah.
Get help where you need it, but also you don't, and not everything needs to be perfect.
No.
You don't have to have a perfect day every single day. And I've always used to be that person who wanted the kids to always be entertained, always be doing stuff, always be having fun, going out, doing a million things. Whereas since Rocco's been born, I've just actually really loved doing nothing, like having really slow, easy weekends where we make no plans and we just kind of see how we feel when we wake up. That is so unlike me. I mean, it's literally like the opposite to what I'm normally like. And actually, it's been so nice just actually having afternoons where we all just sit round our pool and do nothing, just swim.
I'm going to come and sit round your pool. If I had
Come
a pool,
anytime.
I would too.
Come anytime. Come and have a coffee. Bring that gorgeous boy of yours and we'll have a proper face-to-face catch-up.
Yes. Okay. Next podcast is by your pool.
We'll do it. In October, though, when it's not so hot. And we'll talk about Disney. In fact, I feel like we need to do that. Let's come back after August and we'll do a full Disney lowdown.